Okay, in the final blueprint video, I'm just going to show you the last little detail. So I kind of cleaned everything up, really made sure that everything on each view is proportional, and it's best to do that right away. Sometimes you'll still catch things. But anyway, so the last thing we need to do is just add our text, our dimensions, and callouts. We got all our hidden lines already, section views. We got just three, AA, B, C, and D. And so we'll just kind of do that, right? So I'll kind of start just down here. And what I'm going to do is, this is a really easy one because it basically only has two levels, all right, for the outsole. So what I'll do is I'll just put 2.0 for millimeters, okay? And let me do a little. Okay, so there's a 2.0 here. And we still have to actually, let's do well, I'll have two, right? So I'm going to have a 2.0 and a 4.0, and that's millimeters, okay? So what I want to do, I should delete this, and I'm just going to do a quick arrow, because we need to have arrows, and I'll put a little arrowhead here, boom, like that, okay? Here, and this is kind of how you do it, right? So you'll go like this, and then we'll flip this around, right? Just like that. And then you put this here, and then anywhere where you can kind of fit a dimension in, normally on a blueprint, that's what they're gonna look at, right? I'm gonna group that real quick so it goes a little faster. So right here, can kind of do this, and right here, and it seems like actual blueprints really start to get into something like that heavy, right? But we don't really need that much, you know what I mean? So we can kind of just intersperse it sort of throughout on the larger lugs, just so that they get the idea. You could also just do sort of a general note and say, yeah, everything is on there, but I want you guys, just for the sake of this class right now, to kind of get a little bit more detailed. In this case now, what I'm doing is I'm doing a 2.0 there, and then you can do that on a few different ones. And let's just sort of throw one of those 2.0s over here so that they know. Right there, and we'll do one more like right here. Okay. And then kind of right here, that's 4. And do one here. You really kind of want to just, so when they look, they're like, all right, see what you mean. But you know, and honestly, in blueprints where it gets really crazy, you actually need this much. In this case, probably don't. You can maybe take a couple off, whatever. But so let's throw some 2.0s onto here. Be right there, showing the base thickness, and then maybe right there, and then right here. But the next thing that we need to do is just have last one here, 4.0, done, 4, and 4. Kind of get that. Grab a 2, do the 2 there, do a 2 right there. Okay, and then the next thing we'll need is just kind of calling out this thickness here. Do need to call out maybe the hidden line, and then the fillets. So the fillets on here were sometimes if you need to redo like a fillet, just to see real quick, you can. Oh. Let's use my live paint. Cut it off. Okay, so let's put like a 2mm on there. I don't need to do it for all of them, but they kind of will get the idea. So let's kind of take something here. I'm gonna add add that to right there. And then this right about there. Delete that. R is 2.0. Okay, so that's my radius right there. And I'll actually move it just a little closer because we're going to have a number of these right here. And then just put it on a few of them because then sometimes when they're looking around and they see it. So take this here and just done. Could even copy that. Okay, could do that. Could do the same thing once again right here, probably. And then you don't actually have to tie these together. I'm just doing it like this in this case, but go. That. Okay, good enough. And then how do we do just these right here? It's the same type of thing. You can also use just your, if you hold this down, you use your measure tool. You can also kind of see right there with this little window that pops up. As I move that, you see on the second set of numbers there on the right, that H is fluctuating. So right there, you can also see, oh, it's like 6 millimeters. Okay, well, how tall is that? Everything, like 8. Okay, so that right there is 2, and then this is 6. Okay, I get it. So how we would do that is just take one more. And it's good to kind of make these arrows beforehand because then you can really save a lot of time. And let's grab this guy here. Like that. I'll move this up. We'll say that that is 6 because it is. And then can move this over to here. Let's put one into here. And this is T, we'll do 2. Right here. And here. Okay. And kind of do the same thing here. Grab this and this. We'll move them over and we'll figure out a good place for them here. There. Take, oh, black arrow. We'll move that to right there. Okay. And we'll probably want to move this BB and CC, DD and everything. I know that seems like a ton of dimensions and stuff. That really is getting into kind of how big a blueprint actually usually is when it comes back. Most of the time because they have like a lot of other stuff and involved, and you actually have to know what every single dimension kind of is. It is super redundant. In other drafting you guys have probably taken, you may not have needed that, but I'm gonna move this. I'll move these here just up a little bit so they're out of the way. We do it below. Let me see. Do it up. Above. Now do it below. Do it below. Right there. Cool. And so we pretty much have that, except for maybe the one last one here, because we could put a width on this. But we'll also want to we'll have to fill up this one here, and then we'll do like an overall length and everything. I won't bother making the video. Maybe I'll just throw a couple on there real quick. And here's how you do those is I'll grab another one here, and I'm gonna change real quick so that I can start seeing this a little more. So just moving this around, and then we'll just take this, shift it to the sideways, and let's do this thickness. Kind of this, we can do a few different thicknesses here. Oh, go into there. And this sometimes, if it's a little easier to see, and remember all I did on this, there's two ways you can do it. Sometimes I'll just grab a box and I'll just drag it and look at there. And I say, oh, it was width is 23.3, so I can just say, let's just say 23 and a half. 23.5, right? And then do that's for the waist. Let's drag one up here for the waist. That last one we did was kind of the heel width. We can kind of do one sort of right there. And then what is the width on this? 31. So 31. Say 31. And then do one more here. I'll drag. Put it right about there. Should put it right here. It's a little better. It's good. Right there. Let's see what the width is real quick. And so it's about 102. Okay. 102. Why is that not going? T. Sure. 102. I want 2 zeros. There we go. Okay. Got that there. Blueprints are super tedious. They're like the most tedious thing for footwear design. Okay. There's that. So we have that. And then we've got those. We'll do an overall length real quick. And you can, in this case, I can just grab that and I see that, oh, the height is 278. Okay. So we can grab one of these here. Just like this. Like that. We'll throw it on this view here, actually. Sometimes it's good to have it. Oh, we'll throw it. It's getting a little crowded. Let's throw it on. Let's do this. It's like here. It's like right there. On there. Let's get the thickness down. Let's do it at 0.25. Just 0.25 there. Grab this, throw it right there. Put it there. There. I'll bring this guy down. Right there. Bring this up a little bit. Okay. Lock that again. forgot the height already. 278. Okay. 278. Now this is all in millimeters, obviously. So we have that. We already kind of did the thicknesses and the midsole, but on an actual blueprint, it doesn't even matter because they just cake it. Typically because it's sort of everywhere. So how much do you guys need to cake it? Well, I think I'll get the idea. You know, if you go a little bit light, but if you have a bunch of different dimensions, then you need to do it. You know. And then let's take one of these 6.0. There. Here. Okay. Move it away from there just a little bit. And then right here, what we'll do is because right here is a little different, right? So remember we cut like a 1 millimeter thing out of there, so that'll be 5. And now let's move this up a little bit there. And then we have one more that's 5. Stick in the middle of the thing. A little more. And then we can throw a few dimensions on here. We just need a 2 and a 4 to kind of bring up. Flip those to the side. Yeah, usually this blueprints are done best with music. But there you go. Got a little hard to see over on the other one. And 4. And it's pretty easy too, because once you already have your things going, you can sort of just go to town on it. I mean, you could technically show every single one of them. Like if I grabbed all those text objects and made them smaller, then obviously I would fill this thing. But remember, you don't need to create more work for yourself than you don't have to either. So that could do 4 right here. Do a 4 here, just kind of on some of the major lugs, just sort of spread it out. Just for me. And then the 2, kind of get, there's a major lug, or a major recess there. Do one there. And then probably just need like a quick, let's do a couple 4s here. Oh, a couple 4s, done. Whatever. And then let's do one more 6. Maybe right after those recesses. It's probably good. And then the last thing I think I'm gonna do is just have like let's just put the radii on right here. Shoot that. Put that on there. Cool. Actually, yeah, why not? Cool. That away. Good. Shift that right there. Okay. Cool. Think pretty good on that. We could do one over here for just like a, and like I said, every blueprint is a little different, so if you do have questions, you can ask me and I bet I'll answer. Okay, in this case do need to rotate these. Maybe I'm being too picky now, but here we go. Anyways, see. Let's do 8 because the overall thickness. Oh, what's going on? Oh, I hit help. Okay, go. So we know that this thickness here is 8. Yeah, let's do something to kind of match that. Okay. 8. Just gonna do one more over here. 8, just to show that it's the same in the forefoot and the heel. Okay, every blueprint is different, right? I mean, it has some base things, like it's gonna have section views sort of on everything, but sometimes you need to throw a lot more dimensions in there to really show some of the details, right? So right here, probably would want to put one in real quick on just what the thickness is of this. That's probably something I need to show. So the height and the thickness there. Use my eyedropper, the second thing here. The measure tool right there. So what's the width? It's 7.5, let's say, and then height 40. Okay, so 7.5, and then do one more right here, that right there. Rotate that around. That. Right about there. Put it in the middle. Put them both in the middle, they'll line up. There we go. And then this was 40. 40. Okay. And probably pretty good, right? Got the overall thicknesses and everything. Let's put heights, a couple heights there, and it looks super confusing and busy. And this is actually, most blueprints actually look like this on everything, so you can just sort of double check everything. But really, this is actually pretty clean for some blueprints. The final thing, if you want, we can do is we can add. What I'll do is I'll just make I'll do one little thing here. I'm gonna make a quick sort of texture, not texture, but it's kind of like a material, right? So I'll just take this object, pattern, make. Okay. It's fine. I say that's fine. Right here, it's kind of hidden. Done. Now, why did I do that? Well, I'll show you. So as I go here, I mean, technically, actually, you know what? We won't worry about that. What I'll do on this, in this case, just to sort of save time, because I do have them shaded a little differently. No, I'm gonna do it. It's good. I am gonna do it. So I'll just do one first here. I'll say that's EVA 1. Make it a little bigger like that. EVA 2, and then rubber. Bubber? No. Rubber. Okay. And if you do typos like that, the Chinese sometimes don't know, so they just start calling it. They might start calling it bubber or whatever, and you're like, I messed up. Might take you weeks to finally correct that one from them. this. Would have been easier. We'll line that up. Okay, so go. I'm going to switch this back over here now because that's all EVA. EVA 1 and 2, but we will have to kind of distinguish it. So what I'll do is I'm just going to copy that. Copy both of these. Control C, Control F, just paste it on top. Now I go over here, and I kind of actually had a couple made already. Okay. S. I'm going to scale it down. Transform. I don't want to transform the objects. There we go. Good. About like that. Okay. And then on EVA 2, I'm actually just going to sort of switch the direction, right? So one's going one way, one's going the other. And I'm going to double click on that and make it just a little thicker. Let's make it a little bit thicker. There we go. Okay. A little easier to see. So now, really, you change it more on. I'm gonna do this here. Go here, Control C, and then Control F, Command F, and I'll grab that right there, and then right here, C, Control F, and I'll do the same thing. Grab here on EVA 2. You see how it looks different there? Okay. Now let's do the same thing on these. Go a little fast. Oh. Go. I. And then the rubber is this color here. Okay. And to my knowledge, I don't know if we really add it up here or not. Oh, I forgot one other thing. I gotta put my hidden lines. Gotta put my hidden lines from this thing actually on there. You're gonna see so many little extra things that you always forget. Put my hidden lines right there. Okay. Put that on this last one here. Think now we're good. Okay. Gotta move it up. There. Yeah. Okay, I think that's it for the blueprints. That was insane, right? And that's actually pretty simple for a lot of things. You can also maybe another thing I'll do is I'll specify the kind of rubber and the kind of foam as well. Would be something I might do just off of the video, and then when you guys see it, you can update it how you want. And okay, that was a big one.